Hello, hello, hello. Let's see, hold on. Gotta try to get these settings. There we go. Hello. Oh God, I can't see the name. Hello. I wasn't late. I was actually waiting to see if anybody joined the chat, and then I received a phone call from the hospital again. Again. They call me now every time somebody takes a deep breath. I think I scared them. Or maybe the attorney that called scared them. How about that? Hey, Miss Justice, welcome. So, I will answer questions about what's going on still in my battle with the hospital if anybody wants to know. But I want this live stream is more about summer and what's going on there. What's up, Muffin? Cherokee? So, I want to say, I hope people don't think I'm crazy. I had somebody reach out. What's up, country? I got your message through my Facebook Messenger. I have been, for the past 48 hours, darling, I have been going hard. And 3 ways from Sunday, burning the candle at 4 different ends. Hey, hold on, who just did I miss? We got Melissa, hey, Sassy Brenda in the house, and Mestro. What is up? I want to wait for one thing I want to ask for because I need a little info. A little birdie's been whispering in my ear um, about some things in Hawkins County. Like, for instance, let me say this. If y'all ain't caught Smiley's 3 videos, phone calls, go check those out. First, I'm going to wait until I see who I'm looking for join my chat, hopefully, to make the announcement of Sunshine of the Month. So, be looking at the community tab wall right now. I don't have access to anything but my TikTok and community tab walls for the channel at the moment. My computer is at the hospital. I'm stuck here, not allowed to drive till 6 a.m. Not because of anything but doctor's orders. What's up, Nana for life? How you doing? If I miss anybody's name in comments, I do apologize. I'm still one-eyed person right now, temporarily. Let me say, I got called back to my local ER. Hold on a minute. Let me see who else is commenting. I can't see the names. Some of y'all, I apologize. I just can't see your names. Shama, it looks like Shama thing. It says I'm listening. Thank you. Gene, thank you. That's right. Justice for Summer Moon, Utah Wells. Scream her name. And honestly, for Lil Quentin Simon, because I think he's another summer, y'all. Thank you, Cherokee. No problem, darling. Betty Joe in the house. I missed you, Betty. Hold on. I know this. I hate this on my phone because it's so small. Hello? I cannot see your name, darling. Oh, my God. Y'all, I apologize. Whoever just said hey to Muffin Top, I couldn't see your name and hey to you. Whoever's got... I can't see under Betty Joe's comment, but how are you doing? I can't see your name, but I can see what you wrote. The names are really small on this cell phone. So listen, guys. Let me just give everybody a synopsis update. So where my skin around my eye was starting to look gray and black and almost like a chemical burn, I went to, I'll just say the eye doctor because I have a horrible time saying ophthalmologist. Well, I did it good today, yay. For some reason, I always want to say oncologist, and no, that's not what that is. I had one of the Sunshines reach out to me today, and it's weird because it was a Sunshine and then a personal friend and her mother. who were, by the way, from Tennessee mountains. And I kind of got the same thing coming to me from people. Those of you that don't believe in witchery, black magic, white magic, all that kind of stuff, which I'm not into it. Like, I'm not reading books and trying to figure it out and do stuff. But my family does come from a Cherokee Indian background. And we did believe in medicine women. Lord rest her soul, my dear Aunt Aller. And y'all may know some of these names that are in the Cherokee area that I'm about to say. And Miss Port, Miss Carolyn Port. Both of those were family members and medicine women. That was what they were given as a title. They made their own concoctions. Something we used to call possum grease was prevalent in that. Now I say this because of the text messages and my personal Facebook message I received in my DM telling me that I need to do an old thing about rubbing an egg and cracking it and seeing what it does with the salt ring around it, and then cayenne pepper to send it back to return it to the sender. Well, just FYI, we did that. Why not? It's kind of like throwing salt over your shoulder. Just do it. Well, we found out through the crack in the egg, somebody has apparently, allegedly, if you believe in that and practice it, whatever, has apparently sent something to me and my family, I'm guessing. What we can best guess in the interpretation based on video and pictures that was sent to Carolyn Port's niece, who is still a shaman, medicine woman, whatever you want to call her, on the reservation. She got back to me, and her opinion is that great pain and apparently something to block me from being able to see what I've been searching for. Guessing that's what's going on with the eye. I don't see a reason to not just block the evil. So we've saged, we've white salted, precautions. And why not? And we put that cayenne and habanero to send it back to the sender. I personally have a feeling if that's true of where it came from. And I guess we'll know, because hopefully they'll have weeping warts on their face. If not, we wasted an egg and some salt and cayenne pepper. It is what it is. I don't see a lot of comments, so I don't know how you guys feel. I haven't been able to check my email since yesterday. I will be checking it later tonight. My daughter has gone to get the computer and bring it to me, because it's in Mom's room. And the doctor wants me to not drive for the next 12 hours because of the drops and stuff in my eye. Anyway, you ain't stopping me from searching and seeing. If I have to learn Braille, we'll learn that shit so I can continue to research. Not today, not tomorrow, and the next week ain't looking good for your ass either, not to stop me, okay? Not when it comes to summer. Sorry, not sorry. Now, if I miss saying hey to anybody, I do apologize. What is up, Lil Dev? Well, Betty, you know then how I'm feeling. I don't think I'll ever get my eye surgery either. What I will tell you is the surgery I would have to have according to the eye physician. By the way, I guess Mom's hospital got scared because they saw me in the ER and I signed out AMA. So they called me earlier today to check on progress and such. And got me in to my local eye doctor that's pretty well renowned. They have a clinic that's pretty nice. And what's up, Katie Kitty? Fee and me. I think so, country. That's what I think. Exactly what you said. And maybe praying and chanting or something of that nature. I really do think, you know, black magic, however you classify it. I classify it as Satanism, anti-Christian, however you want to say it. There is that, no matter what you believe in. Yep, that's right, Katie Loaf. Hope we see her with some weeping warts. Anyway, I think whatever you believe in, classified as what you want. I was brought up, oh, Linda, I know how you feel, darn, I'm scared. They told me they're looking to see, they believe I may have some glaucoma. But the surgery that I will have to have, either they will remove my eye completely, cauterize everything, and give me a glass eye, or I will have to have a corneal replacement, which means a cadaver has to be there. It just is what it is. Trying to read. Supplement. Take kosher salt. Well, that's what I was told. That's what we did. Was I did take kosher salt, and we did it on all property lines, chanting the Lord's Prayer, and praying to God to ward off all those that would do us harm. All of those that were praying to Lucifer. That's how I put it. You're not late, honey. Toaster, I'm just getting started. Yes, there is. There is a difference in white and black magic. Personally, I'm thinking satanic, and I'm thinking loaf. The fly whisperer. That's what I like to call her. Simply because I don't like her. I do thank you for your prayers, that we have multiple prayer circles, and I think it's working. Um, the hospitals called me about every 2 hours today, and I kept telling them, I'm right here. Here, you don't got to call, just come to the room. For some reason, they don't want to come in my face. I don't know why. But anyway, if you believe in God, you believe in, if you are a Christianity-based religion, then you believe in the devil. And I believe that praying the Lord's Prayer and praying to the man upstairs for somebody against, however you will see it, praying for help, praying for healing and protection against those that would do us harm and those that worship Lucifer is well within the Christian faith. What's up, Lisa? So that's, oh lordy, hold on, dadgummit. Everything just, well, somebody just prayed everything would fall apart, I reckon. Shit me. This is my life. Welcome. And burn it. So, the decision that I was telling somebody earlier, trying to get across, I guess, I had a total of 10 boxes of those eye drops. I have went through 8 already. Once you get so much, apparently, of the eye drops combined, if you're like me and allergic to penicillin, which I am, hey, explore with me. If you get enough, you get an allergic reaction and a chemical reaction, similar to a chemical burn, but it's so much that it's deadening my skin. That's why I had to stop. So I've used 8 of those boxes, and 12 hours with no eye drops. The alligator texture of the skin is gone. Okay? The redness in my eye is probably a fifth of what it was. And I can't see any better. But I will tell you, some goop and grit has come out. I've got what looks like sand and an old eyelash. So I don't know. I don't know, y'all. Right now, I have agreed that if they will transfer my mom, I will check into that hospital and be treated. Not the one she's at now, the one they're transferring her to. They had to admit that they made a mistake on mom. All they've admitted so far was that they were 48 hours late in changing the type bed she needed on the paperwork, and that's what's held it up. Now, I have talked to an attorney. I have talked to a Medicare and United Healthcare ombudsman. So I must thank you guys for coming through on that advice. And I did get 2 more boxes. I don't know how to explain it. I had each refill is 2 boxes. And it's $35.69 per box. I don't understand that. That must be a Walmart thing, because that don't make good sense to me. But it is what it is. What do you do when they got you? Oh yes, Katie, I sure did. I sure did record their asses. Absolutely. I had to talk on one cell phone and use another one to record. But I absolutely did. And I told them that they may be recorded for legal purposes. As soon as I said lawyer, they've been calling me every 2 hours from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. No shit. They know they fucked up. They're trying to fix it before they transfer her. I did what Medicare and United Healthcare's ombudsman told me was the best, fastest thing I could do, which was to say, since my mother personally expressed wanting the transfer and another opinion out of their healthcare system, to tell them that their failure to update their records properly and promptly was in effect denying the patient their rights and asking for another opinion outside their system. And I did remind them that we didn't need their transportation. We needed 30 minutes notice before they were ready to help put her on something. That Angel Air is ready to help for free. So y'all give it up for Angel Air right now, please. Because they didn't have to. Once my mother's moved, I will be telling you the specific hospital. But I just don't feel comfortable right now. What I also will tell you is I went through the parking lot last night. And one thing that amazed me, there are more, y'all be ready for this one, there are more cars in the visitor area parking from Tennessee than from North Carolina. That would be because the hospital is less than 35 miles from the Tennessee line, I would assume. Which is another worry, I'm not going to lie. Another reason to get her moved. What I will say also is, I do believe somebody is actively praying to the devil, Satan, Lucifer, whatever you want to call him, to get within 48 hours 3 very close in relationship family members hospitalized. Because since the fungulitis, they don't just willy-nilly put you in and admit you to the hospital because beds are short and tight for all areas. Hence why they had a man on the women's floor the other night for 24 hours. What amazes me is the current hospital she's at will tell me there's not a bed available. But the one they're transferring to says, oh, we got a bed, it just won't be open till 3:30. Okay? And then tells me if I show up at the ER with my eye, they will admit me. I said, can I do that? And then you give my mama my bed and wait till you can get a nothing from me? No, it doesn't work that way, honey, or I would gladly do it. I said, so would I. Because I am not going under the knife, going to be put to sleep, going to be signed in and unable to do shit until I know she's good. I just can't. Y'all might ask, how does this tie to summer? Well, first of all, yes and no, Miss Justice. We have one vehicle that I get to park for free. If there's a second vehicle, we do have to pay. And it's a $5 minimum. Also, if you come after 8 p.m. or are going to be there longer than 4 hours, you have to pay. If you pay $10, that pass is good for 2 solid 24-hour period days. It'll tell on your ticket the date and time. And you have, say it's 23rd at 5:40, out by the 25th at 5:40. They do give tickets because I saw them in little orange envelopes on a couple windows. So they do. And they have a vehicle driving around, marking them, kind of like uptown. I don't know why y'all's comments are not showing up on my screen. It's annoying. Well, the hospital I really wanted Mama to go to, and I'm just going to put it out there, is a privatized hospital. They received no state or federal funding. They were the ones that were treating my son in the beginning, but no longer treat him because he doesn't have the insurance, and COBRA ran out. If y'all know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. You do, and if you don't, I don't know how to explain it. And shame on you. Any hospital on the Duke, like the Duke Blue Devils on the Duke Hospital Network, they do not accept Medicaid. They do not accept Medicare. If you show up and you're bleeding out or something, they'll stabilize you and ship you on to the next one it does. Shame on them. Sorry, give me 2 seconds, y'all. I got to run in here and get a couple ice cubes for my ice pack on my eyeball. Well, no, that's not good. And that's not opinion. Call them right now and ask them. I know the hospital in the same county, town, limits, everything, that I want to send Mama to. I can't send her to but the one because the other one is on Duke's program. The one I'm trying to send Mama to is on the Winston-Salem Baptist Hospital Network. I thought I heard Little Man. Y'all give me just a second. Let me grab an ice cube and check him. I got him. Shh. He might show up, but that's okay because there ain't no view of it. Okay, so tonight, when we talk about summer, I'm back, by the way. There's a few names that I ain't never mentioned before and talked about that I'm going to bring out there that come from locals in the Beach Creek and Rogersville area. Whoop, whoop. And any of you, yeah, I'm at home. Mama is not. But Mama getting there. I don't give a damn. Y'all don't understand. The bottom line is, the eye doctor told me my two biggest impediments to healing right now, technically three, I guess, because one would be myself, were, God, that ice feels good, y'all, were stress and lack of proper rest. So, there it is. And let me say this. Good news for all the little talk shit channels that wanted to say that I lost my driving job because of just the receipts and their little stupid videos. Well, guess what? Nope. Point pickup. I am driving again. Y'all watch out on the sidewalks. In the middle of the median. Because here I come. But no, real shit. It takes a real piece of shit to talk about somebody while they got a family member and they don't know if they're going to see them tomorrow or not. And when you have two, one in the middle of North Carolina and one on the mountain, less than 35 miles from the next state, and you're running back and forth between the two, and somebody's talking ish, and you're afraid you're going to lose your eye, they can suck my big toe. I'm just saying. Allegedly. And then, if you're the person that sent me some goody powders, and I can't find the slip to read it. Anyway, Lacey had to read it to me. That comes in with the Amazon gift. And you're a true sunshine, please let me know. Because honestly, from what it's sent, it sounds like the backup channel, the dogs person. If y'all know what I'm talking about. Just with a little bit of different name. But if it was the sunshine, thank you. And I appreciate it. Either way, I appreciate it because you saved me having to spend about $7. So there you go. I thank you. That's gas money. Or a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So, I'm giving you the finger. That's all I got for you. If you're what's her face. That's right, Katie. That's what I said. What's up, Mama Bear? Now, on to a couple things about summer before I drop new info. Let me say this. Loaf, why are you coming at Scott H? Like, me and Scott ain't great friends. But one thing I will say, Scott ain't got to lie about what he used to do and how he made money. And while you're coming at him, calling him an addict and all this shit, Scott has openly told that he went through alcoholism and he's in recovery, and for how long. He should be applauded, not having some stupid ass that can't form a coherent sentence twice in a row talking shit. Tell her while she's in a live stream disappearing and snoring for a while to maybe use that moment to pull somebody's criminal record before you talk shit. I've been through it. I know how it feels. And Scott, if you hear this, you don't owe nobody an explanation. Like you said, she can fuck all the way the fuck off. Real talk. What? Hold on, Kay. Thank you, Miss Kay. Just keep praying. The more prayers we have, the better. If some bullshit's been praying for, the better we can fight it. And I'm glad I can't see. You got that right, Explorer. There is a nut in every bag. Hey, you got that shit right. She's a big old nutball. You know, you encounter a rotten apple in every barrel. But anyway, that's all I had to say about that. My next thing I wanted to talk about is Miss Smiley. I got nothing but love for her. I talked to her personally today. I watched her videos. I told her she's really made it big time. Now she's got trolls. Just be thankful. Right? That means people's watching and she's getting some attention. I'm just worried about her safety because I know what I encountered and what I've been through. And I don't want to see that happen. Oh, yeah. And by the way, when I'm at the hospital doing deliveries, guess what, y'all? I deliver my 50-mile radius is all the way into Johnson City, Tennessee, and a little beyond. If you don't know, you'll know. You will know. Hey, I found a way to see y'all comments better, I think. Just bear with me. Why is it not showing? Are y'all not? Okay, there. No, that's the hospital. That's what I'm saying. Explore with me. I'm an hour and 20 minutes away from home when I'm at the hospital. Oh my God, Mama Bear, prayers for you, baby. Ain't that right, Country Christian? Amen to that one, sister. She has outdoorsy life, and I'm down with that. Smiley been burning the YouTube streets up on fire, and I give her props for it. I just, I even tried to pass along some info that I'm not able to act on at the moment. So please don't think that if you send me information, it's just standing there. No ma'ams, no sirs. My people that's from the Summers area, I am actively looking into a couple things. You'll find that out about what I'm about to tell y'all. And I'm sharing it with creators that I can trust while keeping your anonymity that you asked for. I know, that's right. Everybody give Smiley's World some love and hands in the air because she's been doing the darn thing in Summer's name. I'm with you, Outdoorsy Life. That's right. Smiley been with me a long time. I consider her a friend. Hold on one second. let y'all know I'll be right back. I gotta run pee right quick. Alright, I'm back, y'all. I'm back, y'all. I'm back, y'all. So, a couple things that I want to refresh people's memory. One, Ronnie Lawson said the Beach Creek area and Hawkins County as a whole don't have a drug issue, a drug problem issue. Like they wouldn't have a school bus driver that got effed up and drove the kids as front page news. Now, would they? You might want to check out the short that I'm going to put up and see if that's right or wrong because, according to WJHL, it is. Now, Frank Line has ties to the news company WJHL. If y'all don't know, this is a refresher. Allegedly. And, right, he lied through his daggum bald head. Turtle Man. Turtle Gang is Ronnie. I don't care. I'm sorry. He looks like a daggum Ninja Turtle. I think about Raphael every time I see him. I just want to say, Raphael. Okay, sorry. Anyway, also, allegedly, the lights have ties to WJHL, right? Okay. Now, what is the C, and I don't mean see you next Tuesday. What is the C name, surname? Isn't it Coates that's tied to Jody Sue's family? Because through my research, they own almost half of written media. I believe it's the Rogersville Review. Well, if you ain't heard it before, that's because you ain't been in all my lives, because I showed that on the lights. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is why, and any of my locals that are listening or that watch this on the replay, get at me however you can. I will give you my personal number and I will talk to you. Some of you in here already know that because we talk more than people would think. What I'm being told that I would like to find out is true or not is Sassy already. I told you I got a lawyer pro bono. No money up front. I don't know that. I think that's a contingency. That's already said. He has enough already. Thank you to that patient portal they finally hooked me up with 16 days in. Anyway, get at me, my Tennessee locals. Because I've been told that I need to check into Bobo and his relationship with the lawsuit. I also want to know, I know Ronnie has been sheriff. I know there was a sheriff in between him and his father. Who was sheriff before Ronnie's daddy? Please, if you can, email me that information. It's paramount. I want to know who was sheriff before and after Lawson's daddy. I need to find that article. The guy served, I think, 2 terms after Lawson's father, and asked why he did not run again. And his response was really weird. He was going to do some things that he hadn't been able to do, like go fishing. Kind of don't make sense to me. Kind of don't make sense to me. But would it make sense if there was a threat? Now, there was a story I showed you guys on a missing person. And I did not want to be disrespectful, but because Evil was in our chat. And I love her, and I look up to her. If one of my mods could please, or all of you, drop Smiley's link to her channel. Because if you ain't seen it, I need you to go over there and tell her Nita sent you. She'll be happy to see you. She's a little stressed out because she's starting to experience the YouTube bullshit. And I feel for her. We got to give her love and encouragement because she's a sunshine. And she deserves it. She has busted out of her shell and busted her ass working for nothing but our little summer. Now, again, my locals, I need the sheriff's name. I know I've got it somewhere in my files, but if it could be emailed to me with the sheriff, I just need who was sheriff before Ronnie's daddy and after. That's all I want to know. And any connection, because I've been told okay, Mama Bear, was that 12 years before Ronnie or before Ronnie's daddy? You just tell me before Ronnie or before Ronnie's daddy, and I'll know what you mean, honey. You good, Sassy? Ain't no shame in that. My internet be lagging too. You probably got Spectrum. They blow. Gotcha. So he served 2 terms, because each term is 6 years, right? So understanding I have. Anyways, the reason I'm asking about before Ronnie's father is I want to know, was it a Lawson? And by the way, those of you that are long-time sunshines, I need y'all to think back a minute. Got you. Hold on. Mama Bear, I'm confused. Ronnie's daddy was a Lawson. I'm just trying to find out, was the sheriff before him also a Lawson? Like maybe his daddy? Yeah, me either. I know, country, something about that's weird. I got another reason. Anyways, where was I at? Oh my gosh. Trying to use what locals. Thank you, Mama. What's up, Rockin' Robin? Yes, the Roger Christian. And then Ronnie's daddy. And who was before Ronnie's daddy? That wasn't a Lawson. Here is something, if you've been a long time sunshine, you're going to remember me talking about. And I don't have my computer to pull it up. I do apologize. But if y'all will recall, Ronnie's son is not, and I'm saying this unequivocally because it's part of the registry, is not the first RSO related to Ronnie Lawson that we know about. Y'all remember, I had that obituary where County Commissioner Jeff Barrett's father passed away. And in that it named Amanda Barrett Lawson. Remember? Who was married to Nathan Lawson, who was registered in 2017 as being in Kingsport and Sullivan County as an RSO. By the way, when he came off of parole, I believe it was in 2017, there is no other address for him after that fact that I have been able to find. I wonder if he got a cab ride with the red and white lights to Walmart as well. And remember, the missing man's case. Country, just pop the question out there, baby. I'll try my best. Also, remember, the gentleman I was talking about, the missing persons case, that happened, I believe, in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s, that I was on my last, the live stream before last, when I had the computer and I could pull up documents and show them to you. I believe so, country. I believe that he is currently on the second marriage. I may be wrong. But from everything I could tell, yes. Although I haven't found divorce records, I looked. Back to what I was saying. That gentleman that we were talking about allegedly was one, a friend of Mr. Hill up on Ben Hill, currently living on Ben Hill. Ziggy's friend. So maybe if y'all know Ziggy like that, you can get her to ask about it. Also, the last place that he was seen, that there's evidence, if we take out the fact that it was a Hawkins County Sheriff's deputy that allegedly dropped him off at the Stone Drive Walmart on the county line, and just look at it like it was a person, an individual, a taxi cab, whatever, and that there's no video. What? It is the first, Melissa, thank you. There's no video. Y'all do know Brandon Lawson, though, this year did have a child born. Denise says, I understand it, Grandis is in Georgia. I haven't seen anybody prove she is, and I ain't seen nobody prove she ain't. That's the best way I can put it. Anyway, back to the missing gentleman's case. If we looked at it strictly, like, take the part away that it's a sheriff's deputy that gave him that ride, there's no video, as I understand, from the missing persons group that's listed on the flyer I showed you and called. There's no proof that that gentleman ever made it to Walmart. There's no dash cam footage. There's no body cam footage. There's no parking lot footage. There's no inside Walmart footage. Wow, Denise. That's cray-cray. I say that because had it been a taxi cab and a similar situation, or a private individual, private citizen who dropped that gentleman off, and he's still missing to this day, whoever gave that ride would have been questioned as a person of interest in the case. Because, as we all know, when you have a missing person, the last person to see them is the first person to be put up as a person of interest in their case and questioned as such. And allegedly, there's been several persons that got a ride, got that last ride from that car. Mama Bear, they're not telling us that because it's a Hawkins County Sheriff's deputy in a patrol car that did the drop-off. But it was years ago, before they had body cameras and dash cams. A lot of people don't know this, but Walmart has cameras pretty far out in the parking lot. And some of them, I'm not going to reveal which ones because it's a standard thing, and I just don't think I should do that. For safety persons, for safety for persons that work there and shop there. Some of those cameras in the parking lot even have audio as well as video. Same for inside the store. It's pretty random the way they decide, by the way. Another thing, they don't issue warrants generally and take you to court for a $20 pair of shoes. Just saying. Corporate's policy is if it's not a whole lot, like under a certain dollar amount, which I'm not going to reveal, what they do is they take all the info. They get your video of you doing it. They get still shots. They identify you. Well, here in North Carolina, Brenda, it don't work that way. Wow, country, you should send me something about him and I'll check into it. All jokes aside, seriously, Christian, send it through the Facebook Messenger because I planned on trying to get up with you tomorrow if you were going to be up around 10:30 or 11 in the morning, Eastern time. If you're going to work on Summer's case, I'm going to give you some stuff too. Denise, what they do, and you're very close, if you steal $1 worth, you get a file. I had one girl, her file was nearly 5 inches thick. What they do is they let you come in with these $5 and $10, $2, $3 thefts. They get all the info on it, and they compile it in your folder and let you get to where they can get an indictment against you. Felony charges. once they get you banned from the premises and trespassed officially, and you come back, that's cool, Rockin' Robin. I appreciate it, babes. And you come back, then they charge you with felony breaking and entering. Got you, country, will do. And you come back, they charge you with felony breaking and entering. And I'm trying to think, it's felony breaking and entering and theft over a certain dollar amount. Right. And they let you get that felony so they can get that indictment. That is corporate policy. So if that individual that said it was a $20, $30 pair of shoes, whatever it was, either somebody didn't follow policy or he lied. Real shit. And maybe he lied. Maybe there was an embarrassment. Yeah, Cherokee. I had people mouthing my name and flipping the cameras off. Bitch working for AP. I ain't gonna lie. Kevin Gates. What? That's my dude right there. Sweet Melissa. I can't Google, but no. I can't Google while I'm using the cell phone and I don't have the laptop. Thank you very much. Did it show who was prior to Lawson's daddy? Who I know served 2 terms, at least. Now back to another question. I don't know if I made clear. I'm being told to look into Bobo's relationship with Lawson. 1986 ain't enough. I think. Oh, up to. Never mind. I got you. Well, one of the locals that's been speaking to me told me that the reason nobody will run and the reason everybody's afraid to tell what they know is because, I'm trying to think how to word this, allegedly, certain stuff is ran like a mob. If you'll email it to me, Melissa, I can get it and post it in the video that I'm working on to put up. You know, with some birth certificates, death certificates, and marriage licenses. Oops. I know you are, Sassy. You're fine, Melissa. I appreciate it. Pretty much, yes. Which goes back to Candace's breakdown on Dr. Phil. Now, by no means, I want you guys to know, none of what I'm about to say makes it to where I think that Dawn or Candace are innocent. No ma'ams, no sirs. But there is a picture I'd like to paint for y'all of what I believe could have happened. And it's 2 different things with similar outcomes. First of all, Jody Sue, you're a criminal, dog. Why are you defending the sheriff? That shit rubs me the wrong damn way. Am I the only one? The email's right below your comment, Melissa. Thank you, Cherokee. Guys, give Cherokee a round because she's always on it. Her, Muffin Top, all my mods, every single one of them, are always on top of their game. The Sunshines have some of the best mods on YouTube. Hands down. You're not going to argue with me and prove me no different. They own it. Scuba Diva. Answer me that. Riddle me that, Riddler, please. When do you see... It's not a black screen. I don't know why it's showing that way. Let me see if I can brighten that up. Hold on. I got an idea. No. I'm leaving at 6 a.m. when I'm allowed to drive again to go back up the mountain, you guys. The eye doctor put drops and did something to my eyes, and I can't drive until 6 a.m. So I thought, why not do a live stream? Because I miss y'all. Let me see if that brightens it up at all. Trying one more. I kind of have to keep the lights a little low. I apologize. Can y'all see that now? Bingo, Cherokee. I agree. And that's what I'm getting at. Yeah, dilate. I think so. To do some tests and to scrape. Well, I rested. And I'm not going to be on here for a very long time. It is some of my artwork. I'm going to make a video and put it out of artwork. If anybody's interested, let me know. I don't think I'm that great. My name is not going to be Pablo Picasso. That's for certain. Nope, little Dev, I don't believe she did. Maybe she served it in a different way. Apparently, though, if she's using them, as Scott called them, soup coolers to get her out of trouble, that's why she's got them charges, because they must not be too good. She was, allegedly. Yes, she was. After she got busted, she sang like allegedly, she sang like a bird to keep her ass off the hot seat. Can somebody tell me, because Scott alluded to it, and I must have missed it. What are they talking about? The controversy or whatever happened with Squall? I'm confused. And by the way, still can't find Johnny B. Live. In my opinion, allegedly, I think he was a plant from law enforcement. Thank you, Melissa. I personally believe that. I said that the first time he disappeared. And I'm glad to know RJ's good. I worried about him. I like RJ. He's cool people. You know, I'm hearing that federal authorities, even though they move like molasses on a cold day running uphill. The feds do. But allegedly, Ronnie, 1, 2, they're coming for you. 3, 4, they can't close that door. 5, 6, we're not gonna give up no matter what sticks. 7, 8, time is too late. You going down. 9, 10, we're gonna be there to cheer again. Ma'am, I know I suck at singing. What? Explore with me? I'm confused. Says, I think Johnny B. Live here too, and I don't understand. Sure don't have a Texas accent. He was interested outdoorsy, absolutely. Freddie, yup, 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 yup. I don't either, Denise. I went and looked up Jose's obit, and it's not even an obituary. It's like one sentence. Does anybody know how Miss Leslie passed? Lord rest her soul, and my heart goes out to her families. And I got one other name. I'm going to spell it, and maybe one of my mods could type it in the chat. But I got one other name that keeps coming to me that I've not heard anyone else speak on. And I need any info you can get me. Sure didn't, Rockin' Robin. Miss Leslie has passed away. I do know that to be true. Oh, yeah. Well, explore me if you talk about JB Live. That wasn't water. That was fire water in the cup, in my opinion. What, Mama Bear? Oh, that's scary. Because you know that's how that vent work. Y'all, it's killing me. I didn't think so, Muffin. I couldn't find a cause of death on the info I saw. I know, right? Where will he go now? Yep, absolutely, Mama Bear. And the reason that I even think that direction is because of the murder, I believe, of her nephew it was. I don't think so. I don't think custody was returned, Denise. I do too, Sandy. Understood, country. Be safe, honey, and I'll talk to you later. Also, for my locals, for the people in the Tennessee area or from the Tennessee area, here's a name that keeps coming to me that I've not heard anybody else talk about. The last name is Krumpe. I want to know anything on that name that any of y'all can give me. There's a large abundance, but there's one in particular that has repeatedly came. And that one is attached. No, Katie. Wow, that's something I've had information on for about 2 months now. That I've been silently looking into and get blocked every way. First name Kyle, specifically. I understand that him and Brandon was pretty good friends, allegedly. Well, obviously Tennessee, Sandy. I really don't want to go. Got you, Mama Bear, I will. I'm not going to go deep because to go too deep may reveal and compromise some of my sources. And I will, sorry, guys, I can't give out info in a video or live stream that would put somebody in danger. Send it to me, Rockin' Robin. I can, if it's emailed, I can look at it. It might take me a while because my phone screen is small, and that is a little bit of a worry. But I got you, Mama Bear. I will share it with you. If we can get 3 or 4 creators' heads on something working at it together, we can maybe figure something out. I'm trying to paint a full picture of the circle, the ring, if y'all know what I mean. I'm going to blow my nose, so I'm going to mute for a moment, you guys. Anybody that would like to help support the channel this time, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal is greatly appreciated. It's not expected, but greatly appreciated. I only have one more round of the antibiotic drops, and I'd have to pick them up here at the Walmart, grocery Walmart, before I went up the mountain if I get them. It's 35. I thought it was 19, but it's 35.79, and I can't help it, y'all. I can't read that great right now. I'm one-eyed Sally. I have 20/50 vision in the left eye, according to the eye doctor. And thank you. Let me give a shout out to the Eye Associates of Christopher Kamansky. Thank you. Thank you for seeing me for a $25 flat fee. Right on, Outdoorsy. It kills me with all the twists and turns going on. Just another little side note, too, by the way. Let me say this. A local, though I will not name, as I say, um, gotta think how to tell this. Anyway, can y'all hear me now? I said I was going to pee and blow my nose, y'all. Okay, so a local came out, and I was speaking to them about what would be the motivation for the quote-unquote uppers. What would have motivated them, in their opinion, allegedly, to make summer disappear. And I'm going to give you two scenarios while I'm pulling up emails that were given to me. It's just someone's thoughts and opinions at this point, okay? One. Hold on. Gmail. Okay. Trying to open up email while talking to y'all. One. They believe that there is a, allegedly, and if you guys, mods, if y'all can just keep popping allegedly and Muffin Top, you've got the flag statement. Anybody else that's got that, just put it up. This is opinion and theory only segment. Okay? I have no documents available to back up what I'm about to say. This is a local's opinion based on what they know. Straight up. Nothing more, nothing less. They have two different things that are their theories. These are not mine, they're theirs. I'm uploading emails while we speak. One, that there's a familial trafficking ring that, like any other illegal ring, needs the participation of all areas of government and law enforcement. And once they participate, then they're blackmailed. Okay? Not that we know of at this time, Mama Bear. Now back to what I say. That they believe that another similar case that we've spoken on before that involves a young girl that's grandmama once owned 110 Hill. They believe that that uncle that died in prison was trying to save her, not hurt her. And that's why he got set up so hardcore and took the fall. Because he was the patsy. He was the fall guy. That's why he never spoke. Because I'm not defending Cecil Mills. I don't want y'all to take it that way with this statement. But everybody does have a boss. And most everybody has family. And that can be their weakness to these type of criminals that don't care. Taking a life is nothing. Like taking $1 out their pocket. Now, they feel there's a familial trafficking ring. They provided me some news articles. Some of them we've already seen. You know, judges, lawyers, probation and parole officers, law enforcement officers found with CP. Found trying to contact and set up meets and other criminal acts. You know, solicitation and such. Ryan Outdoorsy agreed. Now, their theory is that it's been going on, their allegations allegedly, in their opinion, is that it's been going on for a very long time, generationally. I do too, explore with me. I think it's probably a combination of their two theories. Their other theory, and let me say this, in the first theory, their theory is that the individuals involved have a specific preference for those illicit activities. And that maybe the participant, let's say Jim Bob participates. Well, Jim Bob has a daughter and a son. To make sure he tell, one of them must be sacrificed and be used in that familial ring by others, so that there's as much dirt on them as anybody, and nobody talks. And anybody outside of that circle that finds out is threatened to keep quiet. And they give examples of what's happened to those that don't. That's one allegation / theory. The other one is that it's drugs, and personally, I firmly believe drugs are involved. That they have someone who befriends families with children, and that someone, parties with that family, allegedly, even freely provides substances to the familials in that family, the parents and the grandparents, if so, in that family. And then, when their bills run up exorbitantly so, that's when they're asked to pay off their debt. And they can't pay up with cash, so an alternative is suggested. I personally find that the more believable alternative. I really wish neither one of them could even be possible. And I'm sorry to say, though, I believe the second one is it. There's a reason I say this. Those of you that know how to go look up tax deeds and land documents, check out the Pressman's house. I think you'll be very shocked about who owns about an acre of land and who resides there and whose name that power bill comes in. Real-ish. And let me just say this. If you were someone in those 3 counties, a lot of people get mad every time I bring up Pressman's. I don't know why. But my thoughts are, if you're someone in Hawkins, Sullivan, Washington, or Greene, maybe even Granger counties, because we know that you could go like a 10-mile radius and hit like 4 counties. Remember that. What better place to have shows? Now, the millionaires that you were using it as a venue for live guests did not purchase the main house that we looked at with the snowman in the window. I need y'all to remember that. Because according to the tax deeds, there's none other than a James Trent that owns a portion of that land. As soon as I get to my computer, which will be sometime before 11 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow, I'm going to download them documents to my phone and make you a little video and put them out. And allegedly, the name of that other little girl that went missing, the name of her daddy, that had just got back custody, because him and her mom, close to some highways too, Sandy. Some of those trafficking highways that crisscross. Just look how close part of that property is. That daddy just got back custody. It's widely known. This ain't alleged. It's in the newspaper articles about the little girl's kidnapping. The mama didn't get custody back. The daddy did. That's when the uncle had her removed from his and his wife's custody. And back to Mr. JT, who owns, allegedly according to the tax records, at least in 2021, part of Pressman's house and resides there. Okay? My understanding is that math and that heroin was his two things of choice that caused the original loss of custody, and the wife, mama, whatever, shared those two, allegedly. Good night, Mama Bear. Why would the uncle wait all that time after losing custody to suddenly want to grab the little girl and take her on a camping trip? And why, after she was found, the pediatrician, by the way, that liked little boys, allegedly, examined that girl and said she had no signs of anything. And then 3 years later, it's added on because of a list of somebody that can't read and write, allegedly. There's a lot of shit that don't make sense, that don't fit. But one thing that does fit. So if, let's say I meet Sally that moves in next door to me. We start talking and hanging out. We find out we both like to smoke weed and use some math and every now and then deal with some hair. And my honey bun likes Coca-Cola, if you know what I mean. You damn right he did, Cherokee, and I think that was the goal, period. Far enough away that the hands couldn't reach. Period. Anyway, and I meet Sally, and she can get me all those things. And at first, she's giving it to me free. Then she'll start charging me. But she don't have the ability to tell me no. She just lets me continue to run up a bill. Then when that bill hits double digits before the comma, they come a-calling. But I don't got the money. So they asked me to give them something else in return. Maybe it's just one night, 1 week, 10 times. I don't know. But I give her my answer. And she's the only person involved that I ever see. Then my child comes up missing or never gets returned on that 10th time. After I'm supposed to be paying the last time of the debt I owe. Supposed to be forgiven after that one. But on that last time, there's no comeback. So I wait. I panic. I try to figure out what to do. By the time that me and my honey bun done made a decision, they've had hours head start. So I can pass the lie detector because I truly don't know where they're at and what happened. But it might be a little shaky. Okay, Cherokee, so let's think about that. Did he love the little sister more because he wasn't going to let her be used? Just saying. Yep, they do, Katie, I agree. That old loaf of bread. I think they know a lot more, and they're telling us everything but what they know. That's why I don't pay them no never mind. Me too, Muffin Top. Me too. Right, exactly, Rockin' Robin. That's what I'm saying. You know, there's all different kinds of love, unfortunately. Wow, Sandy. You know, that's an interesting thought. Y'all, Sandy said she thought when Don went on that $2,000 drug spree, run, binge, whatever you want to call it, that he was actually looking for Summer and changed his mind. Okay. Nope, Cherokee, she never did. As I understand it, she's never spoken on it since the day he went to prison. But let's think about this. Whether it's children, drugs, tires, lift kits, radios, meatloaf, whatever. If you're running an illegal operation, what do you need? I know, Cherokee. What do you need to be able to be successful, make money, and keep it going, besides obviously the item you're selling? If it's not legal, you need to be real good and slick, which I don't see Don and Candace doing. Or you need cooperation from those in charge. I agree with you, Muffin, on the setup. That's right, money and protection. Why say your name, Ma? You do, right on, Rock and Roll, but you need the good old boys network. So, Mikey, why you want me to say your name? True story, little Dev. Thank you, explore with me. Absolutely. Matter of fact, you guys, I'm gonna list a few things and go ahead and start giving me some questions. What, Katie? True story, out Daisy. I mean, outdoorsy. That's what I was thinking, Cherokee. I don't know, Katie. That's why I asked. So if that is Pandrew, can you tell me a secret? I thought she was a troll too. I hope nobody blocked him. Because I don't got no issue with him. Yeah, true enough. That's the second theory, Little Dev. Allegedly, they want that land. Allegedly, someone wants that land to construct something there. Okay, good. Listen, Pandrew ain't never gave me a problem. Is he really charging for questions about H? Wow. Yep, outdoorsy. Allegedly, yes, ma'am. So, Mikey S, aka Andrew, where's Jose really at? If you want to be in here and you want to talk, talk. You'll find we don't discuss minors here, and we don't like to talk about minors. Did somebody time them out or block them? Just let me know so I don't look crazy. Okay, just checking. I can't tell. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm one-eyed Sally, so the best I can do is the best I can do. Scuba, scuba. Yes, they can, little Dev. And while we're at it, Andrew, uh, question. Why does JSB have a New York address? Did you know her before? Because she seems to get around. I get around, round, round. I get around, round, round, round. I get around. Whoop, whoop. Damn, you make a splash and it won't say nothing. Allegedly. I mean, if you didn't get timed out or blocked, why you won't come in and talk? Because the questions I have don't pertain directly to you or your family. Is that what it is? Bingo, Keister. Bingo. Apparently, he got scared. I don't know why. I'll be nice. I'm going live straight through YouTube from my cell phone, so I don't have a way to offer guests to come up. Oh, little Dev just cracked me up. Sorry, y'all. And by the way, Andrew, the only real question I have for you, if you're still in here, or Mikey S, whatever, the only thing I want to know is two things. I have two main questions for your group, yourself and your entire group of people. One, what really happened to Jose, and where's he really at? Two, what storage building did y'all rent? And what date was it rented on? And why you won't come in here and watch and not participate? Which company, Rockin'? I'm trying to figure out what outdoorsy. I think I'm with you, or me. I'm trying to figure out what. I didn't see him mention Sky News, Kitty. Oh, I used to love that song by Tony Basil, Miss Justice. Oh, oh. What's up, country? We trying to get Andrew to comment again. He won't come and sit and be quiet, peeking through the hole in the blind. Yeah, they seem legit. Rockin' that country, and so does the coroner. I just got a question, and this is not knocking him. It's just serious questions. How many of y'all, we've all watched Chris McDonough and supported him, right, y'all? Well, I'm waiting on everybody else's question. By the way, Rockin' Robin, I understand what you're asking now. Yes, the American Recovery Project and that coroner seem to be above reproach. It's not them that I doubted. Right, Cherokee. That's what I'm talking about. It is not the Recovery Project or the coroner that was involved. It's that outlet that reported it that doesn't have a very good reputation in the Asheville area. Remember I told you I went there. Anyway, I've lost. There it is. My eye thing. M. DeJohn, which is not very transparent, the news organization or the recovery project? I would too, Rockin' Robin, so I'll read your question aloud. Robin says, I would be interested to know the real estate company that Pandrew and company used to get a home in JC. Where was the house at in JC? I agree, M. DeJohn. I agree on both. Absolutely. Absolutely. I know, Cherokee. I wish you, can you, if you hadn't already, Cherokee, send me that info. I knew it was in August of 2022, and I knew it was in the Brevard area. Sandy, I'm thinking she means, I think she means Johnson City. Maybe he's trying to get somebody stirred up at him, but I'm not going to help you be relevant again. Country, I love you, honey, But I'd rather not report on that channel here. I have my personal and professional reasons for how I feel. And I'll gladly explain them to you, the live stream, my friend. And once I tell you, I think you'll understand. I think you might even agree. It makes if I know something and see something that's total opposite. Twerk it out. I twerk it out. Twerk it out. I like that rocking. But I will tell y'all this too. Yes, I think so, Katie. The question I had for you guys, because maybe I missed it. I've been out of the loop a little bit, due to the illnesses in the family and everything else going on. And if it's been answered and I missed it, please inform me, okay? Right, Muffet. Um, oh God, I forgot my question. Damn, hold on. Oh, hey, Sergeant King. It's been a minute. We love you. For who, Little Dev? You got me thinking about Redman, the singer and rapper, and Method Man. He's like Loaf and he ain't got nothing to say. It is good to see you, Sergeant King. We have all missed you here in the Sunshine Club. Where was I at with my question? Damn it. Hold on. Let me think. Where I was at. You good, Rockin'? I understand, Redneck Boo. I was raised with people drinking Bush, Light, or Bush, Budweiser, and pitching horseshoes. So I feel you. Just go through the winter. Okay, y'all would not understand that. Oh, but Lord, if y'all could have been there and I could tell you that story. Yes, we don't do minor children, please. Yeah, y'all biker, that might have something to do with it, darling. Yep, yep. Oh God, Miller High Life, Miller Light, whatever it was in that gold can. Ugh. I know, country. We come from the same stock. That's why I got real upset when I seen people coming at Summer and her family because she was dancing barefoot in the rain and playing it barefoot and riding bikes and shit. That's how I grew up. Lord Jesus, Cherokee, I remember Billy Beer too. Oh, and Carter's Peanuts. Lord. Anyway, before I forget again. Y'all were cracking me up. Oh. Little Dev, I believe it was for sale. So if it hasn't changed hands, it's trying to say it right. Beckley, Gerald Jr., I believe. Now, Sandy, I don't remember quite back that far. No, country, not bet, no. The person's name. And it does have a Ben Hill, Simpson, Beach, and another. It has 4 different access points. Oh, shoot, no, said Pepsi was, y'all, Pepsi, I used to do Pepsi and put the peanuts in it at the Potbelly stove at the store. That was lovely. Trying to think what I was going to ask. Okay, look, here's something else. I showed, Little Deb, if you go back and check, I showed the house, the listing, and the obituary of the owner, that the senior, that passed it down to the junior. It even has pictures. Oh, wow. Yes, you do. And the Pepsi needs to be in the glass one, in the glass bottle. So here's a question. When we were talking about Chris McDonough, I had a question or two. We were promised a couple things by him and updates that I haven't heard yet. Okay? Oh, Dr. Pepper's great in the glass bottle. And I would love if anybody has contact with Chris or his mods to really get answers to this. He promised us that there was movement and gonna be an update soon in Candace's sister Rose's case, that they had recently made progress. I had heard no more about it since then from him. That's one. Two, we were promised that Utah was a knocking. That Dawn probably wouldn't get to walk out the door and walk back. And I'm about positive that we would have been able to find it in some database if he had been picking up. When did he say that, Katie? Because when he had the live stream and spoke on it, it was very soon and imminent. And that progress had been made. And that's been months. And then, the same, I mean, he's repeatedly told us, wow. But how many times, Katie, did he tell us that Utah was coming? Unequivocally. Unequivocally. There's going to be something. And allegedly, Utah's where Dawn's ahead. Allegedly. But we know, or I know, that Dawn and Candace have several addresses in their name in different states. We've all found that out. I mean, and I don't mean in Tennessee, I'm talking about Florida, Arkansas. Now, maybe it's just databases that have been updated. I don't know. But they're showing 2020 and 2021, those been his. Are Dawn and Candace either or? Unfortunately, Country Christian, I'm wondering too. I'm not showing that I'm buffering. Is anybody else showing I'm buffering? Make sure I got the Wi-Fi on. Yeah. I don't know. So, my question is, do you personally feel it's a two-part question? Since nobody's asking me, let me ask y'all a question. Does anybody think that Dawn or Candace, in your opinion, are intelligent enough, even in the criminal world, to be able to mastermind the disappearance of Summer and the way it went down and the way it's played out with no outside help? What about Grandma? I don't think so either, Kay. I think you're right. I agree, Scuba. I think there's been somebody else pulling the strings all along. And I went back and rewatched Dawn's stuff and Candace's stuff. But then again, I went back and rewatched both. And the statements, most of them that Dawn make, do sound like he's repeating something he was told. Whether that was by Candace or someone else, I can't speculate on that. But is it possible that what info he knows, he found out Yep, M. Deshawn, I'm hearing that too. She did say she went off script, absolutely. You tell me, Outdoorsy Life. Personally, I wonder, was Don being truthful about working all the time and that it was friends that Candace made, like he told Brian Hinton, those bad friends? Me either, Sandy. Because if you really pay attention to the timeline, I spoke about this before, people tried to eat my ass up. But listen to this. He said when he got out of bed to get up and get ready for work, he saw Summer and Candace laying there. Okay? That's the last time he saw Summer. Allegedly. Okay? Now, sure did, Cherokee. Right, sleeping. Here's my problem. I think he said he left for work at either, I want to say it was around 7:30, 8 o'clock that morning, right? I know he left for work after 7:30 a.m. Now, my question to you guys is, right, little Deb? My thing is, the tree trimmers saw Grandma and Candace and Summer leave that morning. And according to them, it was around 7:15ish. So, how could Dawn have woke up and seen Summer and Candace still laying there in bed? They left before he did. Or even if they left right after him. Because who gets straight up out of bed? Candace and disabled grandma and a 5-year-old and gets right in the car and takes off. I don't care if you don't wash your ass or not. You're going to pee. You're going to at least maybe half-ass look in a mirror. And it don't look like to me that Grandma or Candace missed too many damn meals like me. You go feed your fat ass something. Straight. So again, there's another place that we got two stories that don't match. Real shit. Bingo, Imdachan. Right on. Or Summer was left and somebody in that house left out and come back. Also, I feel I need to point out that the first time Don was talking about it, and I want to say it was in one of the Chris McDonough interviews he did, but it may have been Benny or the other one. But I remember him saying that on the ride to work, he stopped and got breakfast, which made him about 30 minutes later. Bingo, little Dev. Right, Scuba? Right on. Which funding are you talking about, country? And I think, whether it's the questions I just asked about Chris, or the questions I asked about Andrew and his group, or the questions I'm asking about Don and Candace, a lot of these are y'all fucked up. You can't tell me that Candace and Grandma made it nearly 40 some miles from that house to the hospital by 8 o'clock. And Don didn't leave for work till 7:15, 7:30. And Summer and him was still laying in a bed. That's not possible. Nobody has a spaceship. No, they sure didn't, Scuba. Duty Ron and them did not like stuff and they spoke out about it, along with several other current law enforcement. And I might not like Duty Ron and what's his name, Crime Time with Captain Phil or whatever, but I don't see other law enforcement treating them that way. Call me cray cray, but I don't see that happening. I haven't seen it happen. True story, little Dev. I've seen it happen, honey. I know, right, Muffin? Oh my gosh. I missed a lot of that because I wasn't involved in the Brian Laundrie case. I felt like everybody left Summer for that case, and there was still a lot to be investigated. And I still say this. I've referred to this several times. There's several clubs. There were several clubs, still are, that are very tight-knit organizations that even if someone that is a member of their organization is wrong, they don't call them out. Right, well, country, I did show a video where they sent quite a few thousands of dollars to Carter County for rehab rather than build their own. Little Dev, I saw that too. Oh, Lord. Where's my ice pack? Okay. Still trying to check his email. Y'all bear with me. Hold on just 1 second, y'all. I agree. Explore with me. I don't understand why Send it and farm it out to another county. Because it's your sons, daughters, brothers, mothers, uncles, aunts, nephews, nieces. Definitely, Muffin. But there's another one. There's several. Let me say this. There's several organizations to whether their members are right or wrong, still stick together and don't speak out publicly against one another, even if they disagree. One is that thin blue line. Another one is the Masons. And I think some of those overlap each other. Now, there's some officers who adhere to that thin blue line no matter what. And then there's other officers that adhere to looking after their brother and not publicly scorning them. But if you doing something with children or women, they not going to support you. Wow, explore with me. That sucks really bad. Yes, they did, and I think that was the idea. Because it was spoken out to me, allegedly, that every so many years they've seen a missing persons case and learned that they can make money. I know, little Dev. Let's see. Hold on. This is Hold on, y'all. Just looking at some things y'all sent me. Yes, it will. I do have those tax documents already. Don't matter if they change it or not. Let's see. I can't see. Who are they saying doesn't exist? I don't understand. Somebody doesn't exist according to somebody, but like you can't send me an email with a picture, no words with it, other than a screenshot saying this person does not exist. Like I'm so confused right now. Good night, Rockin'. What? Who is this? Y'all ain't checked my email for a minute, and I wish I could see this shit. If it's what I think, I've already posted this picture and looked into that Venmo. No subject, just send me a picture with a circle. Great. Hold on a minute, y'all. Sorry. Again, you're sending me something that I already posted. I don't understand. Yeah, I had to get somebody else to help me read this. Sorry. Well, okay. That makes sense because I just said my son is a Mason and a Shriner. And due to those affiliations, I can get my mama a flight, a medical flight for free with the quickness, bypassing a lot of the process. Thank you, Jesus. Uh, y'all, this is weird. Don't know who this person is that's sending me all this info I'm getting right now. It's not one of you guys, and I'm really bugging out. In a bad way, good way, I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry, I just... Hot flashes. Hold on. Yeah, okay. That part, no, ma'am. I can't go with that. Sorry. Well, okay, that's Smiley. Mama Uh-oh, hold on. Okay, do that. Alright, let me make sure there's no other emails. Muffin Top, I almost feel like, I'm gonna be real with you, Muffin, on the fuss at the jail in DW. It almost feels like he tried to get some time on so he didn't get out. At least in my opinion. I hope no YouTuber made that up. By the way, can I say something? Just FYI, what's going on with Smiley and what she's talking about with Brandon Lawson? He was originally in a Hawkins County jail. He got transferred from there to the Granger County jail, right? Okay. What entity, I guess? Now, I know this answer. I'm coming to y'all to see if I get the same response. What entities report who's in each county's jail? So when Ronnie Jr., or Brandon, if y'all want to use his proper name, I like Ronnie Jr. for shits and giggles, when he went from Hawkins to Granger County, had been on October 31st, and Hawkins marked him as released, even though it was just transferring. I know, Katie, I've talked to her personally for 2 hours today, darling. Outside of that, I'm speaking about something different. Sorry, I moved. Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? Okay. Now, what I'm saying to you is, and she and I had this conversation, so I feel comfortable speaking about it. I wish she was in here because I wanted to talk about something else. But Brandon had to be officially transferred from Hawkins County to Granger County. Okay? What facility puts that in the computer system that's linked to VineLink to report it and to Mobile Patrol? When Dawn got out, when Dawn's arrest date was posted and given through VineLink, somebody had to push buttons and change those dates. Somebody had to report those times and dates. Do you know what the reporting agency is? Hawkins County Sheriff's Department Jail and Facilities. Who could control what data is entered about an inmate? If they're in a county jail. Right. So let's say that I got arrested for jaywalking and I'm in Hawkins County and I get released. True story, Kay. I wondered that right there myself. Who's going to report when I bond out and get released to VineLink? The jail I'm in. Sam Jones is in Hawkins County Jail. Hawkins County puts in info in that computer system that's linked to VineLink. And that info is what you get notifications about. Who is fed up with the YouTubers and social media, watching their every move? Daddy Lawson, a.k.a. Ronnie. So if somebody wanted to jerk around the YouTubers that they know are monitoring VineLink and Mobile Patrol, who could, and what better way to do it? Whether Brandon's out in the street or locked up in a jail cell at Granger or Fort Knox or Tommy Toes Island. He had to go from Hawkins County Jail to Granger or wherever. Now, I'm not saying that it was done on purpose, but allegedly, who could do that? Who could do that? Because Smiley had VineLink go double and triple check. And they're standing by their statements. So somebody put that in there. Somebody pushed those buttons to make that come up, to get those notifications to go out. But why? What are they doing on the right-hand side while they got us looking left? You dig? Think about that for a minute. They know we're all watching him. So they tell us that Brandon zagged left. And while we're looking to the left to see where he went, what are they going to the right with? What are they sliding through? Maybe the fact that they've not done no more searches. Maybe the fact that the PIs ain't even done no more searches. Maybe the fact that there are still areas nearby Ben Hill Road that have not been searched. I want y'all to remember this. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. She would have known Cherokee already if she knew about Ronnie Lawson, then she knew about Brandon. She knew what the charges were. She was playing the dummy role. Period. It ain't about where she's at, Katie. That's not what I'm talking about. At all. Nobody will convince me for an instant, like I told Smiley when I talked to her. That lady wanted everybody to hear her voice and think about Aunt B and think about a little jail in the country like Andy Griffith and Barney Fife and see Aunt B baking her apple pies and bringing them by for lunch and dessert, in my opinion. Nope, Miss Dijon, they did not. Now here's a thought for you guys. If I'm wrong, prove me wrong. I cannot find one legal document obtained and enacted allowing any sheriffs or law enforcement to search properties that the owners did not give permission. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Even in Sullivan, Green, Washington, any of them, if they came to your house and asked you, did you search your property? You said, yeah, I didn't find nothing. Well, can we search it? No, I don't want law enforcement searching my property. It didn't get searched. Go back and watch the video conferences about it where Leslie Hart and Ronnie are talking. There's 3 where they address that. And bottom line is they ask you to search your own property. A lot of properties still have yet to be searched that are private properties that did not give the okay. And one last thing. That report from Skyline News, it don't make sense to me. Okay? True. What I'm saying is, Cherokee, those that said no, there have been no warrants issued for law enforcement to go back and search those properties. And there's no updated yes. So they weren't searched, in my understanding, in my opinion, allegedly. Now, the Skyline News thing, there's a couple of things that bother me about that report with the American Recovery Project. Y'all remember those satellite images of them changing the tire and stuff? Is that the same truck and the same satellite images being repurposed again? That's one question. Second question. The article talks about 4 people went in, and 3 hours later, 4 people came out. 3 people came out. It doesn't say that any of those persons were a child. And it says that they found severely decomposed bones of a 21-year-old female, which I think they're insinuating was Rose, okay? Right on, Deb. EchoSearch got them the same 2 square miles to search over and over and over and over. But what I'm talking about right now is that report. You got kicked out of here? How? Why? That's some YouTube bullshit right there. My thing is, the satellite imagery, they're saying 4 people went in, 3 came out. None of them are alleged a child. The only evidence in bones was that messy looking outfit that you can't really tell what it is, but it doesn't look like anything that I've ever seen a picture of someone wearing. And the other was the bones Bones. No tissue of any kind, just bones, belonging to allegedly a 21-year-old female. Okay? My question is, where are you insinuating the fourth individual went? I know you're not saying that the fourth individual was the bones that belonged to, because in the same breath, you would be, as I'm taking it, insinuating that that's Rose. And at the time that the video was made, she would have been 22. And wouldn't there be some blood evidence? You know, if 4 went in and 3 came out, and you're insinuating that something happened to that fourth individual, where's your blood? Right, Katie. Who tipped Skyline off to the American Recovery Project? Was it a joint venture between the two? I would like to interview him. By the way, I've emailed him several times through what he posts his contact information, and I've yet to get a contact back from Mr. Nesbitt. And that was since the first time that he was in this county. Outdoorsy, if you mean the gentleman that's initials are that, I would not be surprised. Yeah, explore with me. It was a report where mostly this Skyline News is mostly on Facebook. You can go, if you have Facebook, and look up Skyline News, Chuck Nesbitt. You'll find the story. And, well, it's Cherokee, it's not satellites, as I understand it. It's geothermal imaging, which has to do with heat signatures as well. I don't get it, but whatever. Long story short, let's say it's true, for shits and giggles, okay? 4 people went in, 3 came out. It's not told that none of the 4 are a child, so I don't know why they think Summer. 2, if they're trying to insinuate it was Rose, it would have to be that they moved the bones. And she was already deceased. So what happened to the person that didn't come back out? Sorry, Chad Nesbitt, my bad. What'd you figure out, country? I don't know if anybody's understanding what I'm saying, but the bones they found in no way could have belonged to the 4 individuals that allegedly went into the woods. So they had to leave one person either dead or alive. They had to do that. Candace Kate B. Rose, I don't believe in any way, shape, or form that the husband, Chris, would put up with that. The estranged and now divorced. My question is, what is your insinuation? You left us a very open-ended report with no closure. Are you saying the bones belonged to Rose and that they moved them? But what about the 4th individual that did not come out of the woods? Rose is her middle name. Oh, yeah, country, of course. Fully. I think that's a given. I was insinuating that when I asked, do you really think Dawn and Candace are smart enough and intelligent enough to come up with all this and keep it going without some help? You're welcome, little Dev. Also, I've obtained Rose and Candace's birth certificates, and there's quite a difference in their age. So, and all that part. Anyway, uh, and trust me, then Jeannie, the older sister, and the brother they have wants absolutely nothing to do with her. Got you, M. DeJean, just ask. I believe that, Muffin. I think it's another distraction and much more bullshit. Yep, absolutely outdoorsy. I think that's why she broke down, because I think there's a local mafia or a local ring, and that she was a part of it. Yeah, I do, country. Yeah, Candace have similar noses, in my opinion. They have similar features, but those features are also features commonly associated with fetal alcohol syndrome, to keep it 100. And yes, I do have a 6-year on the job history of working at a state MR facility dealing with FAS and other childhood similar conditions. Now, to say another question for you guys. We don't know who the uppers are, M. DeJean. That's what I said. If that's the $1,000,000 question, darling. There's been much speculation, but no answers, unfortunately. If you find out, let me know, because that's one of the $1,000,000 questions right there. I agree, little Dev. I agree, little Dev, on both that you just said. I personally believe, in my opinion, the uppers are somebody with authority, both politically, legally, and financially. Well, country, you can ask on here. You know how to get at me. So either way you feel comfortable, darling, I'll try my best to answer. In my opinion, the uppers are people who have money and power enough to make you feel they're above you, or make Candace and Don feel they're above them. And I said, if you go back and look at that Sermon on the Mount where they're answering questions, I've always wondered the way they spoke, if there wasn't a prior threat to Summer. You know, like at the moment that something happened and they realized that she had just wandered off and coming back or fallen or whatever, that they knew that someone had acted on that threat. And that's based on some of their comments in that very initial interview of the two of them. Yep, I agree. Outdoorsy, I've touched on that. Along with the gang, actually organized, well-known gang activity in that area. And true story, Muffin Top, and that is one gang and another nation that's represented in those tats. I would like to get Don's tats gone over good. Ain't that what happens, Lil Deb? While they celebrate keeping the reward money? Allegedly. Does anybody else have any further questions before I sign off for the night so I can get up? And anybody that wants to talk to me privately, give me information or questions privately, please email me at this time. Yeah, exactly, Little Deb. I don't think expected over a year later for people to still be talking about this case. Because allegedly, Brandon Lawson's occurrences were from 2018 to 2020, prior to Summer going missing. Just saying. And lastly, if anybody can, that's right, we are those meddling kids like Scooby-Doo, Tarani. Anybody that can, through the Venmo, through the Cash App, through the PayPal, reach out and support and help at this time. It would be greatly appreciated. Gas is high as hell at $3.79 a gallon and averaging about 130 miles a day right now is killing me. Killing me. But don't forget, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell for check all, hit that thumbs up, and watch the videos till the end. Anything from anyone, any love, prayers, donations, prayers, and love, it's greatly appreciated, you guys. Sure would, there, Cherokee girl. Isn't it coinky dink how around the time Dawn got released and the early messages were coming out through VineLink about his release date change and everything else seemed to coincide with Daddy taking Brandon into court. And by the way, the day that Brandon got to go to court and stand before the judge was the day that the court was not supposed to be in operation, in case y'all did not know. The courthouse was closed to everyone else that day that had charges. Just saying. For those that want to tell me he didn't get special treatment because of his daddy. And by the way, the Tennessee standard for those charges is 8 to 30 years per charge, not the original 5 even. Off of the minimum suggested time, he already had got 3 years off of each of those 4 charges, which is 12 years taken off the top. The minimum suggested is 8. The maximum is 30 per aggravated charge. Real talk. So off gate, 3 times 4 is 12. That is a tactic in design. Remember what I taught you. Keep your heart through stats. Keep your heart. Thank you, in design. Not sure what it. Can't read, y'all. I'm so sorry. I can't read, but thank you, M. Dijon. No matter what it is, it's greatly thankful and appreciated, darling. I think somebody said something. I can't see through. Hold on. I don't want to not thank somebody. Trying to figure it out. Y'all bear with me. Let's see. It looks like somebody gave up maybe a super chat of $4.99. Whoever did, thank you so much. Oh, an hour. So is that tonight at 2 a.m. or tomorrow night at 2 a.m.? Because I always get that screwed up, y'all. Yeah, the doctor. Definitely. There's only a select few that got a slap on the wrist, you guys. And they're all part of that good old boy gang. Gang, gang, good old boy gang. One thing I think is important, what I'm saying is, and that is for attempted. But by the way, if you listen to the call with D.A. Mills, you will find he doesn't say it was attempted. He misses no words. Says that he could have easily won the case. Yeah, I know the Springford fallback stuff, but I always forget what time of the year it is and shit. Anymore, your cell phone does it automatically, I think. But what I'm alluding to is, for the alleged, the suggested sentencing guidelines are 8 years to 30 years per charge. Right, who did recommend that doctor when he came to Hawkins in Rogersville area? He did let us know that he was a severe minority in that area. And I want y'all to think about the 60s, early to mid 60s, what it was like for a minority in a lot of these areas. Not doing what, Kay? Sentence, it's not mandatory minimum and maximum. That's not what I'm talking about. It's suggested sentencing guidelines, which is a little different. But they followed them in all these other cases, with the exception that so far, Brandon and the good doctor. Oh, wow. Turkey, wow. Ugh. Blech. That's all I know to say is blech on that. Most district attorneys and judges do take sentencing guidelines into consideration. They also take the severity of the crime, the number of times that it's done, and is the person likely to offend. My big thing is, most do not just do it one time or with just one person. And this has already been multiple persons. If you listen closely to that call, Cecil says there's 4 out there. I only spoke to 2. Let that kind of marinate. And I've heard from the beginning there were 4. But there are only 2 that were willing to speak up. The record. And I agree with you, Outdoorsy. I agree with you. And one thing, Smiley asked Cecil, and I did comment on this in the last one, if more victims came forward, would they revisit this and do more charges? The answer to that question is no. That Alfred plan entered and accepted. Sentencing is done and service of time has begun. It is double jeopardy. They cannot revisit and add time on. He took it as, if more came forward, would there be subsequent charges for those that came forward? And the answer is yes. Right, M. DeJohn. Allegedly. Right, Katie. The new ones. They would not. She was asking, would they revisit? Like they gave him that Alfred plea in 1 year. Could, if more people came forward, them say, oh no, we're not giving you just 1 year now. We want to up it to 10. The answer is no. Jeopardy applies. Period. To those cases. It would have to be occurrences. Now, if there are more occurrences after he gets out with those individuals, yes. Yes. But any occurrences on those two individuals, actually all four of those individuals, that predate the charges of the trial, the answer is no, they cannot revisit them. Period. They can't. They can't. And that's not just for him. That's for anybody on any crime. You can't get a jaywalking charge and get sentenced for it and then find out that you jaywalked 27 times that day and they only caught you 1 time and you get more charges added on to your current sentence or more time added on to your current sentence that you're convicted of because of that. You know? I agree, M. DeJohn, and probably as a teenager as well. Nobody fucking wakes up one day after the age of 40 and says, oh, I think I'm going to diddle a kid today. Y'all cannot fucking convince me of that. And where is Daddy's outrage? Where is the person that is supposed to serve and fucking protect his citizens' outrage? How can anybody with a child in that county be safe and feel safe to sleep at fucking night? Please tell me that. Real stuff. Please answer me that question. How even surrounding counties, how are they supposed to sleep at night? You couldn't protect your own flesh and blood, or didn't attempt to try, and you don't seem to fucking been out of shape over it. There's no way in hell, if somebody did something to little man, that you gonna see my ass walking into court with them unless I'm in chains shackled to them because I whooped their ass. Fuck you mean? It is, little Dev. It is. I am a survivor as well. I get not wanting to testify and not wanting to come forward while you're supposed to have your identity and your physical self protected. Right on, M. DeJohn. I'm with you. Me and you's riding that same bus right now. I'm mad as fuck. Who gives a fuck? If you adopt a child with the right mentality, that's your child. That's your grandchild. What did you adopt, man? And let's not forget, wifey ain't leaving. She's staying. And I believe recently had another little one. I want to say in April. Oh, wow, M. DeJohn. So that means it was wifey's child and not his? Because she ain't leaving. That cocky smirk in them suits, Muffin. I don't give a damn. If you adopt with the right mindset. That's even more egregious. Because it makes it look like you purposely adopted this so you can have in-house. Shit. Oh my God. Fucking makes my blood boil, man. Exactly, Katie. Ain't into that one. There's still a child. A child. What's going to be said next? Well, she was a stepchild. She wasn't blood relation. She asked for it. Really? The fuck out of here. Y'all can, not y'all, but anybody that gives an excuse like that can completely fuck the fuck off. And continue to. Till you walk off a cliff and keep rolling. Does, don't it, him, Dijon? Birds of a feather flock together. Funny thing to me, when you really get to looking, you got connections to law enforcement. You got connections to each other. RSOs and recently alleged. No shit. I cussed him, Dijon. Sorry. Maybe they're saying Don's a cuss word. Oh, yeah, RAPE, yeah. Put a space between the P and the E if nothing else. Right on, Scuba. There's not a shit ton of RSOs in that area, and coincidentally enough, Ogden, Utah. Check it out. I've done videos and showed y'all the statistics on both areas. There's not a shit ton coming there for no fucking reason. Come on. You go to Asheville, North Carolina, you're going to find a multitude of several things there now, as I have recently learned. Specific type of drug user, artist, free spirits, hippy dippy trippy types, which is great. I love it. And a whole lot of HIV, that'd be HIV, and Hep C, and several other afflictions. Why are all the people that fit those bills flocking to that area? Because birds of a feather hang together. Think about it. And there are certain old school thought processes, especially in rural America, that still adhere to closer kin type thing, you know? You want to keep your bloodline pure. You want your money to stay within the family and land and property. And you want to make sure that there's a certain look and type to those that share your DNA. What we frown on today as a society, 150, 200 years ago, 85 years ago, possibly. We'll say pre-1920, from the 60s. That's right. That's right. Just like the English monarchy, the French monarchy, certain families, they're called blue bloods. Go look up what that term really used to mean. Blue bloods. Why were they called that? Because the more you inbreed, you're going to get paler skin. You're going to get where your blue veins show through. There was a reason it came to that. And if you're looking at certain people that have certain purity beliefs, blonde hair and blue eyes are the purest of the white race. Let that sink in for a minute. Certain tattoos we've discussed before, that yeah, they might tie to a gang here and a gang there, but they also tie to that nation. That seems to be a very stronghold in a lot of our jails and prison systems. I'm just saying. Tonight's live stream has a lot of stuff to think about. Little Deb. So it's proven if it's second or third cousins, some genetic defects are avoided. They also, if first cousins marry, then you next generation down has to pick outside but close outside the family. They can't marry a first cousin and then another first cousin, or a brother sister and then another first cousin. It has to be when they marry that close relationship. The children they have to choose beyond fourth cousin to keep those defects at bay. Please know that even all the way back to the days of Egyptian pharaohs, this was followed. They often married their sister, their brother, their stepmom, their first cousin, their actual blood mother, their uncle, all that. It was common practice. Believed to produce pure blood heirs to carry on the throne in the family name. They sure did, Cherokee, and the same law exists here for first cousins marriage. Right, Sassy. And what's up with Rose's case? What's up with Utah? You've been giving us all these times up until now. What's poppin', bruh? Chris, we supported you. We dropped your link everywhere. We shouted your name from the rooftops. We dropped dollars and cents in your pockets. What's up? I'm asking questions because I want to know. Just because you're ex-law enforcement, just because you got a nice setup and you got it going on or whatever, and you're not just a broke peon like me, doesn't mean that you don't deserve to be asked questions like everybody else. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna have to go make up a hot compress for my eye right now. It's really bothering me, and I'm trying to not touch it, not bother it. So I'll put some a heat compress on it and try to get some sleep. I want to tell y'all peace, love, and light. And I will see y'all tomorrow night with all supporting articles on a lot of stuff we've discussed. We're going to look at Mr. Nathan Lawson, RSO, and try to figure out where he's at today and show how he's related to the county commissioner and to Ronnie Lawson. Among other things. I missed you guys too. So I'm going to say peace, love, and light. See y'all tomorrow night. Anybody that would like to reach out, I'm more than willing to speak to you and to listen and to investigate any tips you may have. Anybody that would like to support, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that bell, watch my videos to the end, hit the Cash App, the PayPal, the Venmo, the Super Chat. I don't care. It would be greatly appreciated. I don't care if you send me a penny. The fact that you praying for me and my family, the fact that you give me your time and spend it with me are the two most paramount things that you can ever give. Please know that. And please know that right now is something I wish I never had to face, and the hardest thing. Can't really, every time I start talking about certain aspects of what's going on, my chest starts tightening and I can't breathe, and the inhaler's not helping, and I'm trying to avoid that, you guys, and stay calm and less stressed, so and get rest so I can promote healing from within. I'm not sure of the time. I'm trying to look. Ah, shit, I still can't see it. Ah, hurts. Yeah, I have to get up and head up the mountain by 6:30 in the morning. So I got about 4 hours to sleep, get up, get dressed, and get in the car. Peace, love, and light. Thank you all for your time tonight. Love all you guys. And I thank you so much for everything, all the support, emotionally, financially, spiritually, whatever. I thank you. I'm honored. I'm humbled. And I hope to see y'all next time.